me show you where to go for.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bucs and the Commanders on Sunday Night Primetime.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Commanders. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
He's got room past the 30, and they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this one is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Washington! Alvin Kamara, 31 yards. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So already opted to try. Their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Alvin Kamara, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He's stopped in his tracks by Ahmad Gardner. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Lawrence. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. A third down gain of 19. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence's throw complete to Freiermuth. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Here's Lawrence. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Pat Freiermuth. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, 3 completions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Kamara up the middle. 67 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking at mid-season form here in the opener. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the counter, here's Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again. They'll try to shake off the cobwebs from the interception he threw on the previous drive that led to the field goal. As now they're dealing with a little bit bigger of a deficit. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Jamison Williams, 46 yards. And the Bucs are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road. Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive. And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion, because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone. We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same? Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it. Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to throw again is Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Play action. It's Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. The final shot before break. Jackson, he's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and this certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
Here's Jackson. The final shot before break. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play, and 2 more for good measure. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this is Cook with a grab. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now Jackson. Out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. But for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lawrence. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Come on, now Lawrence. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And here's Freiermuth again. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Caught by Wilson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. Now Lawrence to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, for Alvin Kamara, that speed-size combo, just about exactly what you want for a running back, and he uses that size, that strength to bust through a would-be tackler there. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 2nd down, Kamara. It showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Cedric Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. What's good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got this, complete to Williams. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jamison Williams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. From the 30 on second down, Lawrence. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Lawrence. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Kamara gets it again on second down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Here we go! Block it, opposite.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Here's Jackson. And Ingram holds it in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. That gain on third down, good for 28.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest.
And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late fourth quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
A very important extra point there. And that might be enough to win the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
Ready to go.
Here's Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for Tampa Bay, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory.